Hello everybody, it's Lucy Wolfe here, sleep consultant and author of The Baby Sleep Solution. I've got a question for you. Should you wake a sleeping baby? If you're going to watch this on my Instagram feed, make sure you check into the IGTV channel so you can see the whole piece. Generally, when it takes so much effort to get your children to go to sleep, of course I'm going to say let a sleeping baby lie. But there are 4 main instances where I generally do recommend that we wake your baby. The first one is I always recommend that we wake your baby no later than 7:30 a.m. in the morning time. I always wake them up, expose them to bright light and press start on the day. Always start the day with a feed. Now some of you can only dream of a 7:30 a.m. start. So again, we generally treat anything before 6 a.m. as night time. And beyond 6 we get up and start the day, but we'd never let your baby sleep later than 7:30 a.m. Even if you've had a horrible night, you need to get up and you need to regulate their body clock. So that's the first instance. The second instance would be on your first nap. So generally if your baby is 4 months plus and under 13 months of age, I generally cap your first nap to an hour and a half. And again, we try to get a balance between your sleeps. I've spoken about this before, but again, I typically cap nap 1 to an hour and a half to preserve nap 2. And again, sometimes if we can only have 1 long sleep in the day, I would cap nap 1 even more. And once your baby is 13 months plus, I often cap nap 1 to an hour so that we preserve the balance for nap 2 again. So that's another instance where I would wake your baby. Another instance would be to keep your day feeds in place. So if you're on a 2, 3, 4 hourly feeding structure, and again when your baby is 4 months plus, whether they're breast or bottle fed, it's a great idea to aim towards 3 to 4 hourly feeds throughout the course of the day. And again, I always recommend that we wake your baby to keep your feed time in place. And this is very typical as the evening unfolds, so that your baby might be feeding between 6 and 7, 10 or 11, 2 or 3. But they also may be doing a nap there in that mid-afternoon, so it's a good idea maybe to wake there to keep your feeding structure in place. And it's not about stacking up the calories during the day to make them sleep longer at night, but it is about trying to get enough into them so if they can sleep for longer stretches, that they do it at night rather than during the day. The other time I recommend, and the final time I recommend that we wake your baby, is to cap your daytime sleep. And again, this kind of comes into play depending on the age range of your child. So between 4 and 8 months, I generally would cap your nap around 5 p.m. Beyond 8 months to 18 months, I would generally cap daytime sleep at around 3:30. And from 18 months plus, I might finish it off for around 3 or even 2:30 as your child gets closer to age 3 and the nap is starting to go. So again, there's just a couple more instances where I feel that it's waking your baby actually promotes better, longer and deeper sleep. So I hope you like that. I'll pop the whole article on my website sleepmatters.ie, and I look forward to seeing you again here soon.